Alright. Alright, so I'm not muted this time. Good, good, good. Yo, nuts, what's up? Yeah. This is payback for all the times you bother me while I'm sleeping. Yeah. Maybe you should think twice before bonking your head into my face while I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, possibly. It does cost two. I mean, I don't think I'm cutting Fire the Cannons for this in Infinity. Mostly because you want to answer it with one ink. Rad. Yo, J Bomb.
1234 with a prime sub.
Good morrow.
Good morrow.
But I do think it'll be good enough for core play. Like, I am looking forward to this card. Like, I think this card lets Tamatoa play again. Like, my 6-drop Tamatoas, I'm glad I didn't sell them. Bell back in meta. Oh. Kitty! Ow, kitty! Well, thank you, thank you.
Thriller 21 with a prime sub.
Oh. I do like this card a lot. I was a huge fan of Pirate Spellbomb. The only problem is you have to play a character to trigger this. That's the other thing, is you can't just like play this on turn 2 and activate it, right? You have to like play it. Kitty. Better? Kitty. It's like, okay, I take that back. I guess you can if you like turn 1 Popsicle, turn 2 play this, play Bell, activate it. I guess you could do that. Or you could play this on turn 1 and then on turn 2 play a 1-drop and activate this. Where the hare and the cat change. Kitty, you have sharp claws. You have to know this. But like just playing this when you have an extra ink and then activating it a turn or 2 later, I think is pretty good. I think this card is gonna upset a lot of people. It's like you can just play one, play another one, and then play a character, pay 2, deal 4. Like, it's not insane. Like, this is what people kind of wanted, right? They wanted interaction, but they didn't want storm. I have so many tabs open, and then my camera is blocking where the thing is. This is a good reprint. It's already made the red Mickey like triple in price, right? New window. I'm gonna make sure I'm not logged in. Although we're not gonna be able to. Yahoo! $12.85. It's $4 at low. $3, $3.25. This card has, you don't even have to use. This card in general is just a lot better. Like, I do regret that I did not buy them when they were cheaper. Like, I don't even know if I have one. I needed at least one, right? Hopefully I have one. It's like nothing huge. But there's so many cards that, like, put a card under a character. I guess they have to have boosts, though, don't they? Or be. He is a Floodborn. I think maybe they just have to be Floodborns. Maybe. We'll see. I'm sure one of the spoiled cards is going to say it, but. You think a 4 lore 5/5 evasive on turn 4 is good? Pff. Yeah, I mean, it is possible that just like playing this wins you the game. And I think it really just depends on what answers there are. And honestly, like Dragonfire's not a terrible one. It's a little slow, but like if you're both ramping, your opponent can go to 4 lore on turn 5, and that's probably the first lore they're doing. Now, if they're going like turn 1 Sultan, turn 2 Flaversham, turn 3 Mickey Mouse, turn 4 Mickey Mouse, like maybe that's a problem for your like slow ramp deck. Yeah, there are some that boost other cards, but it depends on the cards. Turn 2 Diablo. I'm confused. What? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just like, what? What does my green bird have anything to do with this? But yeah, the 2 cost uninkable 3/3. That's it, right? Like it has no other effects on it. But like this card's not bad. I think it'll change things up a little bit. Right now we're in this like really big 2 cost ramp meta where like this lets us maybe be on a 3 cost. Like if you know me, you know I don't like ramp. But for some reason, I love 3 cost ramp characters. Like I love that aspect. In Magic, I loved Wood Elves. Maybe it was because I played with Skull Clamp and played Elf Nail for a little bit, but like, and Wood Elves can grab like dual lands and cubes. Oh, Wood Elves is so good. So it's like I like Mickey Mouse. A Land War Elves man myself. More of a Findorn Elves kind of player. So I like this Mickey Mouse. It's good to have him in there. I much prefer us to have a turn 3 ramp meta than a turn 2 ramp meta. Even though like the turn 2 ramp meta is like turn 2 ramp, turn 4 like card advantage, turn 5 like answer. So it's still like around the same. You like his new hat? I like that people were like, "Ha, this Detective Mickey's not going to be in there. Look, his hat's different." And then they show him and they reprint it with new art and it's wearing the new hat. So it's like, eat it, speculators. Fairy Godmother's Wand. During your turn, whenever you put a card into your inkwell, chosen princess character gains ward until the start of your next turn. I mean, like, this card seems bad. Um, it's like so narrow with not a good enough payoff. But I could see how, like, if you made it too good, it could actually be really good. Yeah, Crosby. I think it's going to be one of the last ones we talk about, but it is up here. I did see that. Um, like Ward is good, but for being narrow to have to target a princess, I would want this to like give it a lore. Aurora breaks this. I mean, why? Just because you could give Aurora Ward and the rest have Ward? Like, I think that's fair. Like, it's such a much setup to do. Like, Lorcana is a very, very tempo based game. You don't really have the time to take off to do fun things. It's like my biggest gripe with the game is it's like too tempo-y. Or it's more like I want characters that have activated abilities, but in Lorcana, your activate ability has to be so good because they're just going to challenge it. So, like, Lorcana needs to give us a cycle of abilities that say, like, activate, draw card. This character can't be challenged until your next turn. Right? Like, so when you use the ability, you're not just instantly punished for choosing to use the ability instead of quest. But when it quests, it can still be challenged, right? But, like, a 3 cost 1/1 character that says exert, draw card, it can't be challenged until the start of your next turn. Like, I think that's fair. Probably not too busted, but you get to activate it twice. It's maybe good enough. Like, you're taking a turn off. But I digress. This card, I think, is a little too slow. Uh, This card is also interesting. It is a song, at least. I actually thought it was just an action when I first saw it, but it is removal. I just don't think it's good enough. Like, we kind of already have a version of this that's like better. Like, that you draw like multiple cards. Like, so do you want to exert a character and be uninkable, or do you want to draw 3 or 4 cards and be inkable? Like, I'd rather draw cards and be inkable, and that's still not played. It was for a very short amount of time, and who knows, like, maybe it could even be busted in some way. Just like, it's the kind of card that if people don't play around it, like, you can sometime, everybody's got a weakness when you don't play around it. Haha. Hudson, determined reader. I tried rewatching Gargoyles. My son did not care for it as much as we had hoped. I don't know why. I'm still gonna force him to watch more. I think I'm gonna get him to watch How to Train Your Dragon and then go to Gargoyles from that. I like this card though. I like loot effects. Cinderella was the same. It's like interesting. They're like pushing the balance. It's like how much of it like of a drawback is Stone by Day. Like, is it a big drawback? Is it not a big drawback? Like, I'm very interested to see. Um, and also, is this set impacted by DeCandio? Did he work on this set? Are we there yet, or is that next set? I can't remember. But I like the concept of it by first reading it. Like, so I like that. I don't know how it plays out, so I might change my mind on it later. He said very little hands. Okay. If he was a hero, you'd want him for. I wish he was a knight, but the gargoyles should be knights. I understand why they're not, but I just want them. I want more things for Seven Dwarves Mine. A 2/4 is a big body. At the minimum, we're into the sets that more and more his influence will be. Yep. It is nice they come in unexerted, which makes sense. Like, if you're bringing it to the battlefield, like, the only way it can move is if it's nighttime, so it shouldn't be exerted. They're about 5 sets ahead of where we are at. Okay. Chosen character gets +1 lore and gains support this turn. I don't think this is good enough. That said, there is a world that this is like not terrible. If you're playing aggro and you have like, if we get another card like World's Greatest Criminal Mind, that's good. Like, World's Greatest Criminal Mind is like the worst it can be to still also be playable. Like a 3-cost song, so like that's inkable. So you can at least ink it, and the matchup's not good, and you can sing it to answer things, to continue to like apply pressure. So like that's good and it's very good when it's good. But this doesn't replace itself. So we'd have to like really be just machine gunning characters to want to be able to do this. It's basically we're 2-for-1ing ourselves and we're gaining a lore. So I doubt it really sees play, especially if a card like Helping Hand exists. That's just like 1 cost. Yeah, as Nuts even says, it's like I'd rather pay 1 less and draw a card. Like, I would almost always rather just pay 1 and draw a card. I don't care if it's uninkable, I'll just draw a card. Like, sure, sometimes it might be frustrating, but as long as I have at least 1 ink, I can play it, draw a card, and then hopefully hit an ink. 6 cost shift 4. During your turn, your detectives gain alert and resist. Yeah, get them evasives out of here. This could, like, a bunch of things with alert could slow the meta down. I don't know. It should make Genie less crazy, but it's hard to see. Hard to say. We have to wait and see to, like, a bunch of things could have alert and just no one plays them because they're not good enough. Yeah, resist 2 is not bad. But it's a 6 drop, right? And it does appear to, like, a lot of people are talking about the power creep in this set. I mean, we just had a gigantic rotation where most of the most powerful cards rotated out. We're kept with, like, some mid cards that kind of do everything with one or two outliers. And then they reprint a bunch of new stuff, some of which is just, like, functionally upgraded. So, yeah, like, no matter what, there's some, like, power creep, but not necessarily creep as much as going wide. Like, new mechanics are always going to look really good. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Like, and sometimes things get nerfed. Like, I think the fact that alert came out, like, actually nerfs a lot of the other powerful cards. And so that itself is also, like, an interesting form of power creep. But I think that's a better, healthier power creep, because it's not like making everything else unplayable because of how good it is as much as it's putting a check in. So it's like, if no one plays evasives, then this card that's good against evasives doesn't dominate the format because no one's going to play it. But then if everyone swaps to evasives and this card starts seeing play, like, it can create a meta, a shift in the meta. Like, some cards just existing literally define what will and will not see play, because if something does see play, this card existing, people play it, right? It's like, if there's a card that says a 4 cost on ink, banish target, or banish chosen character with evasive, draw card, how long with that card being in play does it take before no one plays evasives? Or maybe they still do, but, like, Genie or, like, if it's evasive, draw 2 cards or something. Like, draw 2 cards if it's evasive. Like, something that's so punishing. It's like, oh, you played a Genie, I'll answer your Genie and get more card value out of it than you. Like, does that card just make Genie stop seeing play? Like, or just a 1 cost card that, or make it like a 7 cost action, banish target character. Um, this card costs 6 less if you are choosing an evasive or something like that. So then it's just a 1 cost, banish an evasive, and it's okay in other play. So you could even play it then, right? Like, put it as something that, like, like, they just printed a Gen Alpha card. I feel like we'll never have evasive on your own turn again. Maybe. I mean, that's fine. 1 cost song, chosen character gains alert and challenger too. This is a thing, but I don't know. Cauldron born, mindless horde. Oh, ha 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 ha, ha ha, Bobby, you're funny. You're a funny man. We went to a trick or treat thing, and it was at the haunt, and the haunt is at, like, a raceway, and so there were, like, racers there giving out candy, and then some, like, go-karters, I guess, as well. And one of the go-kart things was, like, you could draw on the cart. They, like, wanted you to doodle on the cart, and my son wrote say 6-7 on it and laughed. And, like, I'm pretty sure he only did it because my wife and I were talking about it on the car ride there, making fun of it, and so he, like, trolled us. You don't think they like $20 or $70 Dumbos? I don't think they could have reacted to Dumbo by altering so many cards in the next set that quickly, especially since it's a short set. Like, I think they were just like, hey, this is what it's like without a board wipe and whatever. But I expected us to get some sort of board wipe here. Bloop. Uh, I really just expected a board wipe in this set. Maybe. I don't know. Dumbo's like, he's okay. I think he's not the problem, if that makes sense. I think a lot of ways to just make Dumbo not as bad. This is not one of them, but this is an interesting card. At first, I was like, why is everyone hyped on this? We already had this. Hercules existed. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Hercules is uninkable. This is not a bad card, but in the evasive wars we live in, I don't know. It seems like something that you might want against Amber Steel. Like, it answers an exerted Nala fairly cleanly. Like, this existing, like, alters how you quest and what you play. It'll be an interesting thing to see how people interact to this if it sees play. Currently, no one plays Ruby, so this is a big dumb character. Probably see way more play in limited. Probably a good ability in limited. I like the fact that it's like a big dumb character that also answers your bomb, but gives you a turn to maybe counter it with removal. I'm sure I will hate that fact when I play this to try to get rid of a longboats and it doesn't work, or it's still too slow and I lose to the longboat style card, because there's always an item that gives evasive. Whenever you play this character, chosen opponent reveals their hand and discards a location card of your choice. Whenever this character quests, you may put a location card from chosen player's discard on the bottom of their deck to gain a lore. This is an interesting character. I don't know if I would even have played this in Castle meta. Like, probably would have. As like a 2 of. Maybe. I would try
Hey
it out.
Stormy Weather 6.
But I feel it's like I would play Ursula on 2, look at their hand, see if they had the location, and then, like, ink or play it based on that. Not a huge fan, but I like having stopgaps like this in the format in case, like, some location build becomes insane. And yeah, it's not a terrible body. A 5-cost uninkable Lady Tremaine. No way. She's not in a chair. Whenever this character quests, if you put a card under her, you may play an action. You may play a Dragonfire from your discard for free. Then put that Dragonfire on the bottom of your deck instead of your discard. So it's best with like a 3-cost song, because you play Mickey on 3 and then you play this on 4, and then the next turn you can sing the song and then still activate this, or even if it's just a 3-cost action or 4-cost action, play 4-cost action. Be King, boost it. Quest, Be King. It's not a bad character. Break Red Blue? No, I don't think so. Especially because it's like, how many shark effects do you need? But I think it's good. Like, I think it's enough to maybe, like, make a deck. Like, I don't know about this card. So you don't want to play it until, like... So, If you play it on turn 6 for a location to draw one card and then gain you a lore, and then you have to move something to it again to draw another card, once it, like, it's really slow. I like it a lot in limited. If it costs 1 to move something to it, which honestly I think is fine, should switch this in castles move costs. Like, you already have to have 5 or more power, so you're not spamming characters here. So, like, you play it on turn 4, and you play a Speedway on turn, like, 2, and then some big monster on 3, and then use the Speedway to move the monster here to draw a card. Yawn. I mean, Tremaine and Visions is pretty good. But so is Visions and Shark. They're all good. But and Tremaine's gonna probably be easier to banish on the crackback, but those are good things, right? It's like a little bit more, a little bit sooner, maybe a little bit more powerful, but bursty. Not even as. I mean, you play it for free. It's pretty good. Whenever an opponent draws a card during their turn, if it's the second card they've drawn this turn, you may ink a card from the top of your deck for free. Yeah, that's. Do I need an item that says, whenever my opponent Flavershams, I ink? There's only a second card. So it's not even like multiple Flaversham triggers or anything. It's way too slow. I think this card could easily cost 1 and not be that good. Doesn't it work? Yeah, if they play a genie, it works, but like. I want it to actually counter the decks that draw 1,000 cards, and that doesn't really do it. I think that's too slow. When you play this item, draw a card. Chosen character gains alert. Now this card, I think, is pretty decent. I think this is a fair card. Like, a little more expensive popsicle. It pushes you to want to play Mickey over turn 2 ramp, right? Because you want to play this on turn 2. It doesn't, like, you need to play Bell with it if you want to use Tamatoa. It's probably too slow, but I like the concept of it a lot. And letting your Tamatoa have alert is pretty good. I mean, it doesn't stop Tiana by itself, so I like that aspect. But it does trade up quite well. Like, little birdie does a pretty good hook impression. This is a perfect example of what I was talking about. How you just can't have dirtle cards like this. Like, I don't want to pay 2 for a character that's going to draw a card and then most likely just get banished. Like, it needs to somehow stay alive. Like, this needs to say, if you have a detective in play, return an item from your discard to your hand, and this can't be challenged to your next turn. Otherwise, return an item to your hand. And just get rid of this top of your deck thing. And just, like, have the detective make it so you could actually use the character more than once, and not just have it banished away. Little John. Whenever you put a card under this character, ready him. I mean, that's cool. It's gonna be really annoying to lose to this in limited. It is a 6 cost quest for 6. Or quest for 3, boost it next turn. Quest for 3, boost it. Quest for 3, gain 9. Like, just whatever way you can do to keep it alive. It's probably too slow for core, but at the same time, like, a quest for a lot. And my short. Oh, that's muting my mic. All right. Well, where's my? Oh, I was just pressing the wrong button. I'm just silly. You can use the other effects. That's one thing. You'd like do something else to put something underneath them. Can't think of what card that is, but I'm sure there's something. A lot of people are saying that this is probably really powerful, and I'm all about that. Card looks awesome, has a pretty good effect. It's a shame it's amethyst. This would be a cool emerald card. But I think this is a good card. I think it'll impact a lot of play. Being able to bash into something and then take out something else. I like it. You put a card under this, you may banish chosen opposing character. If you do, they reveal the top card of their deck. If it's a character item card, they may play it for free. So this is an interesting one. It's a lot of types. I kind of like this card, but hate it at the same time. Like, puts items into play too, which is annoying against like the few decks that don't play 1,000 characters. Like, this card becomes very good if decks come out that are mostly actions. Like, if you could boost this and just banish a character with no downside every turn, pretty good. Like, yeah, with Merlin's Cottage, it's cute. You get to know what big thing they're going to wreck you with. It's like, oh, I can't activate this because they've got a character that's just as good. It's probably not going to see, like, any play. But it is cool. And in limited is probably worth it. Like, just don't want to... Can you use it on your own characters? Nope. It's like, turn your quest and then activate it. Do it again. That'd be too good. It is an upgrade. And an ally. But it is kind of an upgrade to Vanellope. I mean, it's not going to ready up after your first turn, most likely. It's going to probably be exerted for a turn or two. But, like, that's fine if it survives its first challenge, right? You get to eat something with this, and then 2 or 3 turns later, it starts readying up. That's fine. I think this is a fair card. This card would be really, really, really good if it had evasive. But I think it's pretty good anyways. Some people are talking about how you can gain 2 lore off of it with the 2-cost shift. I'm shifting it and challenging. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm exerting their thing, and then I'm eating it with my 5/3. And then they challenge back, and we 2 for 2. Or I play it, I exert their character, and I throw my Rafiki at it, and I do gain the 2 lore, right? That's fair too. But it banishes to a gust of wind. So I don't know. It is a 2-for-1 attempt at removal. And if you're using something like Rafiki, it might even be a 3-for-1. If they then, or 3-for-2 if they answer this. This is probably not as good as people think. It's a cool card though. I like this. I like this concept. The Sapphire is now the aggro deck. Or they just want everyone to play Sapphire. You got Sapphire aggro, you got Sapphire tempo control, you got Sapphire ramp control, you got Sapphire items. Sapphire's just the best color in the deck. It does everything, right? It has hand disruption with the duck. And that's where this is going to be, right? Like turn 1 this, turn 2 the duck, take away their ramp or something like that. Yeah, like a Kiwi deck or something. Like this is probably going to see some play. 1/1/4 location. Or 1/4/1 location. I was thinking it took 1 to move, but whatever you want to say. Like, this is not a bad card. Not at all. Play it on turn 2, draw a card, discard a card, and have a location in play. It gives us another 1-drop location to play with Fix It Felix. I think it's a fine card. Oh, this card. How much do we think Prince Philip has gone up to? Still 20 cents. I'm sure his foil's worth more now. His foil has gone up. His foil is doubled in price. It's a $3 to $4 foil now. For old set foils, let's see what Fabled foil is. $1 cheaper. Card's probably gonna go up to like maybe $1. Maybe. It's hard to really, and that's like if it sees mass play. But with the reprint, like it's nothing really worth investing in at the moment. Now, if this type of thing happened in like 2 years and we were in the same kind of scenario, but it had been like 2 years since its previous reprint and then it got reprinted and then this card came out, you know, there would be some room for growth. All right, this person has 62 copies of this card at 25 cents each. And still has 62 copies, right? Like, that's how little faith people have in this like thing. I mean, people were playing it with harder to do stuff. They were doing it with BOGO. This is way, way easier than BOGO, man. Like, this is the turn you do. They don't see it coming, right? That's the big thing. Well, all right. If you play Prince Philip 3-drop as the singer and shift target, they should see it coming, right? But this, they don't. You don't have to play the ROH though. You can just shift it. I guess that's a worse aspect. And BOGO's gone. Do we have another Prince Philip shift target? A 3-card combo is a bit. We could play the 7-drop as a shift target. And then you get to hit the dragons. Yes. Yeah, it's probably too slow. I just now saw your message, J-Bomb. That's funny. Alright. This character gets +1 strength. Alright, I'm not going to be playing this, I don't think. A 3 cost 2/5. With... yeah. I'm not going to be playing this, I don't think. I mean, it's a body, but... this looks like the exact same art as his Rush character. Which I guess is like going to be always an issue with Storyborn characters. Like... it's a card. There's too many evasive answers and now alert cards. Like this character's gonna be power crept within the next few years, I think. I mean, it's an ally. Yeah, it's like we already had it. Creeper, loyal lackey. Quest for 4 on a 6-drop. I mean, this is just Little John in a different color, right? But stronger, weaker body. This is interesting. I like this. Exerting and drawing a card. It's good against aggressive strategies. Like in next set when we have Angel, like Angel singing to like let a rut. Yeah. It's probably not actually good enough. Unless there's a deck that like caps out at 2. Yeah, maybe Red Purple Singers. Bring back Ursula 3. Oh, please. Please. Each opponent chooses and exerts one of their ready characters. It's a 2-for-1. This would need to say, like... and give one of your characters Challenger 2. So I could, like, play the 1-drop 1/4 and then use this to eat something. And not feel like I 2-for-1 to myself. If you have a character or something underneath it, this gains ward. Also triggers on locations. I don't care about 4 cost 3 lore characters. Yep, it's a 1-drop 1/3. It's a functional reprint of a card that saw no play. It's a 3 cost 4/4 that quests for 0, but you can boost it to make all of your reckless characters, itself included, be able to exert for 1 lore. Interesting. Not terrible. Be gone! I mean, like, 1-drop Sultan, 2-drop Flaversham, turn 3 play this if you're on the play, and they, like, played Ramp on turn 2, and then somehow didn't play a 4-drop? They what, play a Mickey and you bounce their Mickey? Yeah, I'm not a fan. It needs to scale up, right? It needed to be like a 3 cost that bounce a 4 cost. So that if they're ramping into some like giant 4 cost monster, I can tempo bounce it. Like in Magic, bounce is they understand how weak bounce is, right? Like it costs 1 to bounce any character to their owner's hand. our kit only bounces characters that cost or that have 2 or less power. In Magic, that card bounces any character. And humorously enough, in Magic, that card was busted, and then later the card was like, whatever. Like, bounce is hard to balance. Because sometimes you just lose to it. Like, no one played Unsummon in Magic for a long time. And so they tried to power creep it. Be like, what other versions of this card can we make? I thought I was already in an ad. That's why I got up. I guess it was warning me an ad was about to start. But they're like, what other version? How do we make this better? And so what they did is they just added its controller loses 1 life. And that card went from like unplayable to like a 4 of in a tempo beatdown deck. Because then it's like, oh, get rid of your card that can stop me and tempo loss you. Like, oh, thanks for the sub. So like they could make a like if they could make bounce, and bounces would maybe be too good for Lorcana based on how challenging works instead of blockers. But I don't know if just a 1 cost inkable return target character to its hand would be too good. You get you get to reset your own characters. Like we've already shown with Snake that self bounce is like super busted. Possibly more so than it is in Magic. But, you know, Popper, I think, banned one of the bounce characters, maybe. And people are still playing Elephant. It also gives you a body, though. Imagine blink effects. Because of questing and how that works, I think that'd be too good on something that costed 1. This card's interesting. Deal 1 damage, ready it. You can't quest the rest of your turn. Is there anything that says, like, whenever one of your characters is damaged, gain a lore? It'd be pretty good with medallion weights. Shift 5. We don't have a good shift target, though, right? I don't think we do. It's about time we see a floatsome that doesn't care about its brother. Dinner bell for 7. Well, it answers a genie, I guess. It's just power creep, kind of. But it's in a different color. 3 costs 4/3 of resist 1. This is probably pretty good for limited. Now this card. I think this card is good. I was a fan of the other one. Having to pay 1 extra, though, to give it rush when you banish it is kind of rough. But at the same time, being able to just play it to give rush is also pretty neat. Because the other one didn't do that. I'm pretty sure the other one was just a sack, right? So this just feels better than Vitalosphere. So it's like with this and that alert card, Like we have answers to characters and some card advantage and reasons to want to play Tamatoa. What am I singing? What am I singing? Sing together cards. Yeah, it's Circle of Life. That's about it. I mean, it would have to be a Circle of Life deck. That's like the only thing, right? Maybe Beyond the Horizon. Maybe. Hopefully. I do need to get Circle of Lives. Sure. I doubt I'll be playing this card really ever. Seems really good and limited. Boost 2. Whenever there's a card under this, it gets +2, +1. A 1 costs 3/2 quest for 2. But it means you don't do anything on turn 2. But you could play something else on turn 2. If they don't do anything and just take 1 less lore. I don't think this card's terrible. I'm interested to see what lists this could be in. Like, if my deck is all 1/2 drops and, like, docks, then I could see, like, this being pretty good, where it's just like, yeah, you play it, and then, like, on the turn that you, like, empty your hand or something, you also activate 2 of these and then quest for 4. It's not, like, insane. Sword of Hercules. When you play this, banish Chosen, Hades, or Sisu during your turn whenever one of your characters banishes another in a challenge. Gain 1 lore. This card's whatever. I don't even know if this would have been good in when Sisu was good. Because, who, like, sure, I'll banish your Sisu if only that brought back my board. Like, I mean, Blue Steel would have played it as a one of. Like, play it, banish your Sisu, play Bell, banish it, play Tamatoa, get it back. Like, it's okay. And even then, they probably wouldn't have. Like, it's cheaper and inkable, so it's better than the other sword. But I just don't think it's gonna see too much play. I guess it answers Shark, so if Shark is an issue, that's fair. Yeah, if Shark sees play. I don't think I want to play a card in my deck that can only banish a Hades, though. Shark, yes. Like, I literally put Dragonfire in my aggro deck. When testing for Worlds, we played like a red purple aggro list, and we played 4 Dragonfires and 0 Be Prepareds. And the Dragonfires, literally, they were only there to answer Shark, like Hades. Or Maui Shark. So like in that world, yeah, I would have jammed this as a 4 of if the only card I ever care about is Shark. But like Hades isn't that kind of thing, right? Like Hades, it's when it's played that it does. Similar with Sisu, I would never really care much about these as answers to those two cards as much as I would want it as an answer to like Shark. A Shark threat, this is a good answer to. Like a Hades threat, this doesn't matter. Now, if like the Ruby Sapphire or Ruby Amethyst Hades starts seeing play, sure. That's a card I'm still not too happy to answer, but you still have to. Like it's a card. I'm not writing home about it. It's not going to see much play, unless I mean like if every deck has like one or two deities, I could see playing as a one or two of. But like if they're all like come into play do effects, it's not as good. How someone shared an image somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Well, that's fire. Huh. Sorry, I got distracted by something. Just stealing Bobby McCoo's images. So this isn't enough for me to want to play it. I mean, yeah, if it hits a Hades there, it's not like great, but it's not like I got you. This card I'm playing in my deck just for this scenario, like it's gonna win me the game. Where if they played Maui Shark, if I play a Maui Shark and my opponent pays 2 ink and plays that and banishes my Maui Shark, I'm gonna be like, dang, that's annoying as heck. But like, man, so what? Like, I play Hades, I answer their card. They play that, get rid of my Hades, and then challenge me and gain a couple of lore. And if I'm like a blue, like I obviously I'd have Calhoun's, so like that's a thing maybe. I mean, I think there is a world that if Maui Shark becomes a 4 of in any list, that that item is a reasonable card to play in the meta. Like it's inkable, and it's a 2 cost answer to like one of the scariest threats that Lorcana has ever known. So that doesn't bother me. But like the Hades, as I said with Hades, I don't think I want to. I mean, I'd try it out. Maybe there's scenarios that like it's good because it allows you to double threat. And like especially if like Sisu 3 drop somehow sees play, which I think is unlikely. Just because like everyone's emptying their hands, especially now with the new like gargoyle stuff. And like I guess answering this 5 drop Hades, but it's not great. It's not a bad card. It's just very narrow. But if I'm playing Tamatoa and I have a way to banish this item so I can rebuy it, like that does make me more apt to want to play one of, especially because it's inkable, right? Like Sword saw very small amounts of play, and it was uninkable, but it costs 4, right? If Sword was inkable, I think it would have seen like a one of play for a very long time. Yeah, alter character types. It should have been It should have been the the good fairy, whatever, the one from Cinderella that turns mice into horses and whatnot. Like that character should have had like target character becomes the type of your choice. Quack. I mean, I think the robot is way better than this,
Hey,
and
the worm
that's
2391.
really going to be playable based on what characters are in. I don't know how I feel about the bomb. It's that one draws a card, right? Let's see. Each time you place a card under one of your characters or locations, you may move one damage from one target character to target opposing character. Worse Bell, maybe better Bell. It depends. Resist about to be obsolete. I mean, just against certain colors, right? It's just gonna make certain matches maybe more blowouty. I think this card is gonna have a big impact on the meta. Like, punish you for drawing 1,000 cards. Like, at the end of each player's turn. Like, nice second star, bruh. Nice second star. I mean, it's not great against aggro. Obviously, you just ink it against aggro. But at the same time, like, this is refilling your hand. You empty your hand, and the end of turn you draw 2. Your next turn starts, you draw a card. You got 3 cards to work with. Like, if this is your you tap out, you exert out to play this, and then you draw up to 2, and then you draw a third card. This is like Flaversham ish power levels. It's like a Dock and a Flaversham kind of mixed together, if that makes sense. And it's, I think, in my mind, appropriately cost. Like, I think 6 is a good number. Like, ramp can kind of hit it. Like, I could see Circle of Lifing this. Oh, wait a second. Oh, it's not as good as I thought it was. For some weird reason, I thought it hit both players. So I thought when you played it on 6, it would put your opponent's hand down to 2 cards right there. It does have to survive till the end of their turn, so they can't answer it. So it is not as good as I thought it was. Um, I mean, it's like the same thing as Clarabelle, kind of, right? If you have this and a Clarabelle in play, if your opponent has 3 cards in hand, this triggers, you draw 2 cards. Clarabelle triggers, you draw 1, or you trigger the Clarabelle first, you draw 3. This triggers, and you discard a card. So I guess, yeah, you want to trigger so the gargoyle goes off first. So you'd want to trigger this, draw 2, then trigger Clarabelle, draw a card. Wait. If they have more at the end of each player's turn, okay, yeah. So it does have to wait till their turn to trigger on your opponent. So that's actually better and worse. That makes this way better against aggro and way worse against control, if that makes sense, right? Like, against aggro, you can play it, and then they have their turn, they do stuff, and then they won't draw till the end of that turn. So at least, like, if they're on no cards in hand, you're not refilling their hand that turn, but you get a whole turn cycle. So maybe then you can turn the tide or then answer the cards in their hand if you're playing discard or something like that. This with like Prince John and discard effects, because they always have to draw up, right? So it's also possibly like playable with mill. And it makes it so your gargoyles are probably always ready. I like this card. I think this card's not bad. If there are things for you to hit with this card, I think this card's very good. Well, now I hate it. Just because it doesn't trigger your opponent right away. I still think it's not bad there, right? Like, especially if you're like imagine if Fishbone Quill was still around. The thing is like I think Infinity has like with Flaversham. I don't think you even want this. Maybe some weird ramp deck with 4 docks and 4 of these, but then I think you draw too many of them. Oh, because it works with John. Yeah, it's a little expensive to work with Prince John. It'd have to be like in constructed or in core. I think it's too slow for Affinity though, and that's good, right? Where's the people? People see that and they're like, "Look at this power creep." Not good enough to be played in Affinity. What power creep? Fishbone, we're getting a new one? Yeah, nah. I don't think so. But this is not bad. Um, this is the type of card I'd like to live in the meta where this is played, right? Discard some big baddie, take out their character, sing Circle of Life. Oh, it's gonna crush people in limited, I feel. I didn't realize how big this character was. For some weird reason, I thought this character was like a 3/3 or a 2/2 or something. A 4/4 for 3 with alert. People are sharing pictures of Bagheera saying it's better than Cobra. Like, no, it's not. This still not better than Cobra. You gain 2 life off of Cobra. But if I'm being defensive, this card's very good. Like, excuse me, sorry. People are playing Genie. I will play this over Genie any day. I don't care if I don't get a draw card off my Dumbo. This thing is a monster. Make Scar good again? Oh, please make Scar good again. Give me Scar. Play Ruby Steel Scar allies so you can like challenge something with this, eat it, and then play Scar Exerted with Tinkerbell, gain 2 lore, and then draw 5 cards and discard 2 cards. Delicious. Let's see, where are we? We did get a new kit, a slightly worse kit, slightly better and worse. It's better because you can return it to your hand with Lady. It's worse because it's a 1/2 instead of a 2/2. First ability, banish, draw a card, then choose and discard a card. Second, during your turn when this item is banished, deal 3 to chosen character location. It's a little expensive. Both Tamatoa, it's probably fine as a 1 or 2 of. There's a Discord main stage today. Alright, well.
That was strange. I had to
What?
request to speak and then invite myself.
That's funny.
Glad you accepted your own invitation.
Can I pop this out?
We are a little behind, having some technical difficulties, but we can get started as soon as everyone's good with camera and microphone. Reminder, oh, actually, let me actually start. There we go. A reminder for anyone who has not been to one of these before, make sure you click the logo where I'm streaming my screen so that you're able to see everything.
Oh, that
There we
microphone is
go.
terrible. I'll just be up here, hiding in the corner. All right, what
Everyone
new
good?
spoilers
Can I
we
get,
get? Let's give us some new
can I
cards.
get
New
words from
cards.
everybody here so that I know that your mics work?
Words, words, words.
Our words from us. Words. Words. Logos.
Wait, not that word.
It means word.
I know, but that's what I'm supposed to do. Not that word. How about this other word?
Got all the words.
All right. I think we're gonna get started with intros, and so welcome to the narrative main stage for Whispers in the Well. I'm Rochelle Brady, Global Community Engagement Manager at Ravensburger. My job is putting together things like this to connect you all with the team and with events and having fun together, basically. And today from Ravensburger, we have Darla, who's TCG Managing Editor at Ravensburger, Nick, who's Senior Narrative Writer, and Chris, who is Creative Text Designer. And for content creators,
Oh, it hurts to yawn.
Baker, the Lorcana villain, and Brent from Brent's Quest. So, one of the things that this one is about is
I'm gonna
the
grab a
text
snack.
and the theming behind the
Be right
cards,
back.
the story that's going on, and when you're looking at a card at the bottom, there's different. There's sometimes flavor text that there's different symbols with them. The first one that I'm going to show here is when flavor text is pulled from something rather than written originally for Lorcana. So this is when it's a direct quote from the source material. That's correct, right, Chris?
Yes.
So we're going to be talking mostly about... Oh, Baker's face. Yes, it's a new card.
There's a new card, there's a villain, and this looks playable.
This looks
We're going
way
to be talking
playable.
mostly about the stuff created, not pulled from the source material. But yeah, one of the things that there's going to be a lot of in this presentation today is DuckTales, and a big part of that is when the planning of this set started. Chris is a huge DuckTales fan, and I wanted to make sure that we had a lot of DuckTales here when we're going through these. Mostly because I know that he will enjoy it.
It's true.
So, going into the actual story of the set, we've already seen so far some of these, like, the ghost hunters that are sort of at the beginning of the story, and I was hoping that you guys could talk through that, where there's these lore cards and the cards in the game itself that kind of deal with this like inciting incident, I guess, that like kicks off the story.
Yeah, so is that one of the lore cards we got up there?
Yep, it's the one related to Goofy.
So yeah, what we've got in set 10 Whispers in the Well is Lorcana's take on paranormal mystery. This is Lorcana's take on a ghost story. And like we have whispers in here. Whispers aren't ghosts, but they are these glimmers that they seem to be not fully formed. And there's this mystery of course, like why do we have these not fully formed whispers, not fully formed glimmers hanging around the illuminary? And at the same time, concurrently with this mystery, we start to see this trail of ripped up paper that's kind of blowing around magically through the illuminary, and that kind of adds to the mystery. Like, what is going on here? We've got these ghostly, half-formed glimmers, and we've got this trail of paper that seems to be leading somewhere. And so, our glimmers, our luminaires and our glimmers, we start to follow this trail, and it leads us to, let's see, how we did the abandoned laboratory card later, right? Is that what we get to see? We find the abandoned laboratory. It's this old laboratory inside the illuminary where we don't know who it belonged to, but it seems to it helps us on our trail of clues as we try to solve this mystery, which I'll save that for later in the discussion. But so this card here, or sorry, the last card, the Goofy card, that's kind of hinting at the detectives are seeing these whispers appear everywhere, including over the shoulder of Detective Wild. So. Can you explain the lore cards? Lore cards. You wrote the lore cards.
What they are.
What they are. What are the lore cards?
For this set.
Yeah, so the lore cards in this set, we get to see a bunch of snippets of interviews from, let's see, we got Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde are basically spearheading the investigation on the lore cards. They're not spearheading the whole investigation, but on the lore cards we see a bunch of interviews that they undertake of various glimmers, of various illuminaires to try to get to the bottom of the mystery.
Awkward silence.
Baker mentioned wanting to read the text on this one on the bottom, so you can go ahead and read it if you want.
Sure. Very quickly, thank you so much for having me and Brent. It's an honor to be here, and yeah, the narrative is very, very big part of my fandom of Lorcana. I'm a huge fan, so it's great to be here. Yeah, sure, okay. We'll try and get the Mickey Mouse and then go a little bit more feminine. I don't know. It's hard to catch a ghost without going somewhere spooky. Is that good enough? I don't know.
Killed it, Baker. Killed it. I closed my eyes. I was like, when did Minnie come in here?
The frozen camera is perfect.
Oh, do I have to do the full lore card? Is that all Minnie? Transcript of an interview
no,
with the... Oh, no, that's with Venturo.
That's
okay,
Venturo,
I'll hand the reins over. Although I do want to say, Rochelle, I love me some voice acting, but putting me next to Brent is like, that's not a fair fight. I have no chance against this man, but I am excited to hear him read some of these tonight. I bow down.
It's an equal tennis match, man. We're gonna have a fun time.
Nice.
Oh, I wonder if they disconnected over there. Okay, so one thing that we can do in the meantime, real quick, I have a bunch of cards set aside for just this occasion, right? The two of you like to read flavor text, and so we'll do some of them right now.
I love it.
Let's do it.
You want to be Mickey or Goofy?
I'll be Mickey, you be Goofy. I feel a bit more confident with Mickey. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
What is that thing?
Gosh, it's hungry, that's what.
That's good.
What an honor for me, man. My first piece of voice acting with Brent Mackay. Yo, what a moment. I love this art. Can I talk about this for a moment, Rochelle, before we move on?
Sure, yeah.
Art appreciation, but also, like, again, it is super cool to see this art of, like, obviously we have a lot of cards that are the whispers or the glimmers, the fully formed ones inside the Inkwell Cavern and sort of like existing inside that specific Lorcana domain. Whereas this Mickey and Goofy kind of feels more like, I don't know, more like they are representative of us, the Illumineers, like traveling the Inkwell Cavern and like the experiences and kind of getting to see a little bit more about it. I'm just a big fan of this artwork and like seeing more of the narrative played out like across cards. It's just very cool.
Yeah, we get to be a part of the audience with them, right? Like they're in this boat. It seems dangerous, and it's like we get a great point, man. Great point.
That was a
All
fun
right.
one to write. Like we enjoyed that. Good one. The flavor on that one was fun to write. I remember writing that one. I remember that meeting with Darla actually when we wrote that one.
Yeah.
So
Full respect.
I think we
Love it.
I think we lost you at
Yeah.
the mini card.
Yep.
But we
That's
can.
scary.
Sorry, what?
We're just
Scary.
shy for, so then we're back. Here we are.
We got spooked. We had to collect ourselves.
So yeah, that kind of brings us to the beginning of the set story, right? Where this incident happens. They think that there's ghosts, but there's actually these ethereal whispers. And one of the things that's kind of cool that you guys get to do is these like original elements of Lorcana that get to be kind of pieced out in here a little bit here and there. There was one thing that was revealed, I think, over the weekend that that Baker was really excited about. Can you guys talk
yes,
a little
I
bit
was gonna
about
say there's
this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There were a lot of things I was excited about over the weekend, Rochelle, so I didn't narrow it down, but this is definitely up there. I would love to hear a bit more about this.
Yeah.
Bet you would.
It's a fun one.
Touche.
So there's this guy called the Sultan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's
Some mysterious sultan.
No,
Playful Monarch.
So originally, I think how much I can say, how much I can't say to discuss with this one. But no, I think this card in particular helps identify that some of this is related to the curator, and that the laboratory that we found at one point did belong to the curator, like the laboratory there, like that is. I think we can confirm that with this card. So I feel safe saying that. It was the curator's laboratory. Now, what that means for everything else, I'll let people draw their own conclusions from. I'm not going to go too deep into it story-wise beyond that, but it was, that's why you have a lot of the technology, like the ink amplifier that's in there. But originally we were going to call it the curator's laboratory. We thought that might be too on the nose, so we kind of shifted it a bit, but with the Sultan card kind of helping to kind of tie it back around again. So most definitely that it was the curator's laboratory at one point.
As a fan of the narrative, this is very exciting because the curator hasn't been mentioned since the first chapter.
Step one, yeah.
Yeah, right. We've.
I don't even know what the curator is.
It's one of those things, trying to develop more with the curator and finding ways to bring it in while not drawing focus from the rest of the story that we want to tell, because we don't want to get too deep in the weeds on Lorcana's past necessarily. We don't want to get too deep in the weeds, especially on the cards. We want to make sure we're telling the story of that particular set. So this is a good chance to sort of bring back this one area from our past that worked really well. So yeah, no, I'm very glad that you were excited about the narrative. That makes me really happy, because that's our bread and butter. So I'm glad that we're able to tell more of the story. We're able to bring in more of these details so people can see. There's a lot of things that people are noticing that I'm very excited about. If you look at the Lost Laboratory, the Luminary card, there's some interesting details in that card.
To be fair, I've seen a lot of cards where like they definitely require a magnifying glass to like look at some of the ripped pages and see the illustrations on them, and yeah, like a card like this. But yeah, like even in the chat now, I see a couple of people saying, "Who's the curator?" Because if you did not get a trove of the first chapter and read the booklet or
I did
find
not read the
some
booklet.
people discussing it online, then you probably don't know. And I think, like you just said, you know, you don't want to think too much about the past and you want to allow the current narrative to be the main stage. But I think a minor reference right at the beginning and then nothing for 8 sets is perfectly reasonable. Like, in fact, I kind of like greedily I want to know more, but I think I do think it's a nice pace, right? Because you've let the other storylines breathe, right? We had Ursa's return, we had the reign of Jafar and Arcasia's Island and all that, and they deserve their space. But it's just really exciting to see this character come up because again, if you are wondering still who is the curator, then in the first chapter booklet he was described as basically being the beginning, like of the Illumineers in the Great Illuminary, and that was kind of it. That's kind of all it was really said. So this is really cool. I'm really fascinated by this.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, we can go a little bit into. He is the person who founded the Illumineers. Like he is the person who founded them.
It's the same person who made the Keyblades.
And that is what happened there. I'm not going to go into, but I will say at some point he disappeared, and then there was a period of time where there were no Illumineers, and then our current group was called to the Illuminary to begin the process to be new Illumineers, and that is kind of the very rough backstory I can give.
Right.
And I see Arcasia mentioned in the chat. Yeah, like she was part of that original crew of I don't want to use the word ancient, but former Illumineers from the time of the Curator.
Yep.
And then he's gone. He disappeared. She is still in Lorcana, and she is on her island, Hexwell Island, and she's kind of safeguarding all the. This is going back to set 7 for those of you who aren't aware. Set 7, 8, set 7 and 8, where we meet Arcasia. She's on this island, and she's safeguarding all this ancient technology that she perhaps helped develop, and she was an inventor, of course. But yeah, the Curator was. Yeah, he was I guess you could say one of the first Illumineers with that group of helper Illumineers, of which Arcasia was one.
Yep.
And we still get to see Arcasia to this day, and I hope we get to see her again, but we'll see.
Yep. Future us.
So, can you guys explain whose this is?
If you play 2 more cards this turn,
I'll let you draw your own conclusion.
It's so close to being airfoil.
It's enigmatic. I mean, I would just say
That's pretty good.
Whose lab
that's
is
good.
it?
I think that's good.
I don't know.
mean, it's a flute.
Well, I mean, a lot of this is really from the viewpoint of the current Illumineers and Glimmers. So, you know, they can be making some assumptions about what they find.
Yeah.
They can also, you know, maybe there's something that they're discovering that gives them a little bit more information. But if we haven't actually put it out there, then
It's a flute for bird.
you know, there's a little bit of interpretation.
Sure. I mean, it is
Just
in
mix this with,
the laboratory that belonged to the Curator. Is it the Curator's?
Chroma
I'm
Club.
not going to say for certain.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
Chroma
that he
Club.
necessarily needed one, but it's possibly it's left behind by
then you
whoever tore the
play
warbook pages. We don't know.
That 2
You know,
cost
in any
draw
good
card,
mystery
gain lore.
novel or movie or otherwise,
and
you're always going to have
the
red
gain 2
herrings
lore.
too.
It's
So
just like
we're going to
burn,
throw
right?
out clues that seem like, you know, obvious connections, but then we find out later.
No, zombie.
It was
Lilo
actually
wouldn't say
the
this.
Sultan that did it, and not
Yeah,
the
well,
It was the
all
Sultan all
My
along.
magic brain says
Yeah, but-
no.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Might be a sapphire herring
Sapphire.
then
Yeah.
for the Sultan.
Yeah.
But Lilo might say play.
What I will say though is on that Inkcaster, the shape
No, it would
at the
trigger
top
off of
it,
Lilo.
as well as kind
Lilo
of
would
being a
trigger
little
this.
reminiscent of a magnifying glass. It also,
It says play.
to me,
So,
it
yeah,
reminds
it
me of in the Illuminary, the mechanisms that they use to harness the energy from the story stars is very like peculiar, like shape wise, how it all fits together. So that when I looked at that was the first thing that I thought of. And if we're saying that the Curator created the Illuminary, then that would make sense. I like it. I see it.
I don't know that the Curator necessarily needed an Inkcaster, but it's an interesting idea. Like I most likely whoever this belonged to was likely the person that tore the warbook pages, and that's where I'll kind of leave it. Because those are also quite present in the room. So
There's a new name that started showing up that people are asking about in the chat.
okay.
Hannah.
Hannah.
Yes.
Hannah.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Hana.
Reveal your
Oh,
secrets.
Hannah. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, so Hana. Hana is one of our modern Illuminaires. She came into Lorcana, I believe, almost immediately after Shanze and Venturo and Martin. And she has been in Lorcana ever since, doing her thing. And it seems like she is someone who cares very deeply and is very interested in like flora and fauna. She loves plants. And she has decided to write, I would suppose, like the definitive guide to Lorcana's flora and fauna. You know, she wrote Hana's how do you say that? Hana's Herborium. There we go. From which we see many quotations in the flavor text in this set. And I don't think I'm spoiling anything by saying, like, I imagine we'll probably see more of her in the future.
What spoils?
So I actually have here some of the references to her in this set that you guys haven't seen before. So we're gonna show some of those right now.
Quack
Oh, yeah, Emily Faster. Yep.
Ooh. The book the Illuminaire wrote.
All right.
Copy has been checked out.
Venus? I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know.
And that's true. It has been checked out. Hasn't been returned.
Someone's racking up the late fees.
Okay, all right. Triggering Simba.
I don't know if there are
putting
late
this
fees
into
in
play
Lorcana,
to
actually,
trigger
so that's
Simba
an interesting
again.
question.
Wait.
Cool,
So
but does
if
it only
Hana's
say-
the
does
one,
Simba say
if
once a
Hana's
turn?
Herborium is a book that they're looking at now, does that imply that Hana then is from the past?
No.
Well,
It means that
okay.
Hana wrote the book. She's that good and that fast that in the time
You
that
wrote a book quickly, yeah.
Yeah. While everybody was
gotcha.
dealing with Ursula and dealing with Jafar, Hana was cataloging the flora and fauna of Lorcana
Well, you
as
have a
she's
character
traveling around
location
on
with a card under this
her
gets
own
plus one lore.
book about it. And so that is her book.
It's a
There's so many
Gotcha.
rhymes there.
Webby's got a lot of willpower.
Yeah. Flora Flana, Lorcana,
Hana.
dropping bars.
This barely makes
When's the
it
rap
better.
album of Lorcana coming out? That's what I
Oh,
want
the
to know.
2-2 makes it better, I guess. Yeah.
You got to lure yourself in.
I just really wish it quested for 2. Or was it 2?
How do they
What's
tell
our
you that
next
information?
one?
Or
That's
3-2.
Oh yeah, Chef
Or
Louis.
3-1.
Oh,
He.
Next you don't
as
move
you
it.
must do.
Hang on.
Le Poisson. Wait, which one? Okay.
Do you guys
Are we
wanna,
rating?
Do you guys want to try to do like a narrator voice, one of you?
Quest
A
for
narrator
6.
voice or
Right,
Chef
go for
Louis
it, buddy.
voice?
I'll read it like, yeah. When added to a clear soup, the pale, triple-painted leaves of Trispritris can have a restorative effect. Caution! Do not confuse it with 3 thorns, which causes itchy rashes.
That's
Hana's
I don't know if
Herborium.
that's the sound of the chef or not, but
That is a
I
bar.
love Brent's voice.
Oh, that was
I want you-
wonderful.
Narrator, like our third person narration voices, please.
And Hana sounds like that, actually. No.
I thought so. That's how I heard her in my head.
No, that's really cool. Yeah.
Cricket.
Yeah, we wanted to really try to fit as many of these as we could in here. So yeah, like Cricky also has a good one. Let me pull this one up real quick.
I will say, like,
No.
it's a surprise. Like, I think I definitely assumed, and judging by the reaction, I think others in chat also assumed that Hana was another one of the Illumineers of old, like Arcasia, that we were suddenly, like, gonna, start learning more about these ancient Illumineers. So to hear that
They're
she's a modern day
like,
Illuminator,
this is what
that
you should have
came,
done.
Like,
Right from
basically came into
My
Lorcana
water.
not long after
Wish it was
us,
something
quote
tasty.
unquote. And she's been kind of off doing her own thing and living her own story. That's super interesting, and it makes you think about, are there other modern Illumineers that we don't know about who may come up in the future? Who knows? Interesting.
Yeah, because thus far it's kind of felt like the Lumineers we're following now have been like the first new ones in like a long time. So I guess that there's even more lore to discover.
Why is DKP not one?
Absolutely.
Why was that not a thing? We should have had a
Lumineers
player
coming in
created
after our initial
card
three, so that we didn't
that
just get
was
three
like
Lumineers. We've had
the
more
winner of
coming in.
Worlds should have been made a card.
I mean, the idea
Like,
is
that
all
would've been
players are
sick.
Lumineers, right? So we're all coming in together.
Yeah,
and we're
exactly.
Lumineers
All
coming
players
in
are
along with those
Lumineers, so
initial
why
three.
wouldn't
They're
the
just
world
kind of our
champion be
viewpoint
on a
characters?
card?
But getting the chance to add in more characters now, more Lumineers.
Who knows? Maybe make all the
how the
DLC
world
winners.
works
I mean,
and
I don't
use
know
them
why I would
for the
want
world
that.
is
Like,
really
why
a
would
lot
I
of fun,
want
and I
that
think
at
it's,
all? You know, but that'd
you know,
be.
I do want to revisit the ancient ones at some point. I think there's a lot there. There's a lot.
It's
we
like
can
when
do,
League
but it's
adds like
so
videos
much-
and they put Faker in it.
There's so much to fit in, and so little space to do it in that I would like to revisit the ancient ones at some point.
A quest
I have,
with my
the history of
DKP.
Lorcana is something that I am
Dragonfire
really
your
passionate about. That
DKP.
is my
That'd be so cool.
in terms of like what happened, you know, hundreds of years ago. Like I
Kenobi, who
focus
would
on
do
that a
that?
lot. I think about that quite a bit.
Who would do that?
Oh, I could talk your ear off for hours, mate. That's really good. I'm the same. I'm so fascinated in it.
My headcanon for what's happened is very interesting and probably not at all usable.
You know, safe. Like we're not just, we don't add characters like Hannah in willy-nilly, like, oh, let's just come up with a new Lumineer, call her Hannah. No, she's got a backstory, she's got a history, she's got a personality, which we're not going to talk about right now because it's not important,
They still
important
do,
for
I
this
think.
particular set. But yeah, she is a very carefully designed Lumineer that yeah, we learn a little bit about now, and we will likely learn more about her later.
One of the things that I do enjoy doing, particularly cards, is setting things up far in advance, and I'm sure people will note there's lots of things that we've been set up that, you know, may pay off at
People
some
got
point.
upset when they reprinted
We can
it
discuss
with
some
the
of that
new
later
art,
on in this
which
very episode, I think.
I could understand.
But yeah, it's good to set things up, and so that way when a character does appear, then you have some hinting that like there was someone here, there's someone developing. So it's a good chance to give a slow intro to Hana and give her like
I think they
a
should have just
small
done new
highlight
art,
before
but
she
still
appears
had
later
it
on.
based on them.
And you can see the different ways to, if there are other Illumineers that are coming in, you know, how do they show up, not just in the story, but for the other Illumineers and Glimmers? Again, it's that POV thing. So with all of this mystery going on and this investigation, it makes sense that they're looking for resources and using what they find as they're, you know, checking out all of the discovered rooms and all of this. They don't know how it all fits together, right? So they found this guide to a lot more of what's out there than they've seen before.
Yeah, because I mean, our main three have been really focused on their particular things with Ursula and Jafar, but there's lots of people doing lots of other things. They have their own adventures they're having, their own things they're focused. Kind of cool to see. I'd like to give that window.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go through a bunch of flavor texts. We already went through the first one a little bit ago.
I thought this was for when things.
Also, people in the chat noticed something about the slide. You're gonna notice it more probably throughout this. It only counts for one. I'll just leave it at that. The people that saw it know what I mean.
I'm so
Brent,
confused.
you said you wanted to do a Horn King flavor text. It's short, but here's one that you could do.
Only moments away from victory. I actually don't remember.
Short but
what it sounds
impactful.
Away from victory.
Oh
So
my
good.
gosh.
He's so good.
I'm gonna need that one more time. You cut out the beginning. I feel like we were robbed of half of a beautiful thing there. Can we roll it back? Can we get one more?
We're running it back. We're running it back. During
back.
your turn, if one or more cards have left, I'm just joking. Only moments away from
I wanted him to read the whole
victory.
There you go. There you
So
go.
good. I wanted him to read the whole
I saw
card.
this guy. I was like, "Yo, I love this. The Horn King. Let's go."
So sick. So sick.
Really need you to just come in and read all the cards. Like we do like the reviews in house for the cards. Like we need you to come in and read like all the.
You tell me when, I'll be there.
Like I do it normally, and I don't do it that good. So
Yeah,
really,
just sitting in all things with the going over. Okay,
Yeah.
now do it, but like instead of moments,
Yeah.
let's have a different word there. We need a different rhythm.
Darla, I have many moments where it's us sitting with like the thesaurus going, okay, that word no, this one maybe, I don't know, no, does that work?
Wait.
Is that an amethyst word? No, not really. Let's try that. That's more sapphire than amethyst. That doesn't really work. Like our reviews of these cards, like the amount of time that we spend going back and forth over
Rejecting things.
Yeah, rejecting things and going over specific wording and phrasing to make sure things are ridiculous.
Who wants to read an Iago?
Baker, you gotta hit the
if you've got-
Iago, man.
You don't have a go for Grot?
I'm going to accept defeat, but I will do my best to like do you proud, Brent. That's all I'm going to say. I've got to channel my inner Gilbert Gottfried now with Iago. Oh, that does it. Now I'm really ticked off. That's the best I've got.
It's great.
There we go. Oh, I suppose I can just nail this Iago impression.
You know, the important thing is he did his best.
His best was excellent.
His best was incredible.
Exactly.
All right, I'll take Hermes. Who was Hermes again? It was
He's in Hercules. He's Zeus's.
Oh, I
meant
the
voice
actor.
He means the voice actor.
Oh, I can't remember the voice actor.
Yeah.
Wait, that Paul Schaefer?
Yeah, that's Paul Schaefer, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, how we
Whoa,
move.
whoa, what do you mean late, kid? I was ahead of my time before time was invented.
Excellent.
Yeah,
A classic Paul Schaefer.
this is fun.
This is absolutely.
This card, I'm sorry, I have to say it. This card is bonkers. This card is absolutely bonkers. We've already seen it, but it is bonkers.
It could
Yeah.
be
Just
really
had
good.
to say it.
Let's do some squats.
What is fun? This is before we get too far into it with the flavor. This is actually a nod to the fact that there's a literary theory named after David Xanatos called the Xanatos Gambit. For those who are not familiar, the idea is that it's where every plan you have, no matter what happens, succeed or fail, benefits you in some way. Because David Xanatos, all of his plans work out in his favor, whether they succeed or fail every single time. It is a fantastic, but like it's such a good character beat that they made it literary theory, like it's a thing that they named after that character.
Wow.
Yep.
Lore behind the lore. Lore after dark, if you will.
I am. If I'm a big DuckTales fan, I am a huge Gargoyles fan. Like tremendous Gargoyles fan. So.
I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, you must watch. Like honestly, I highly recommend it. It holds up tremendously well for being a 30 some odd year old show. Like it's tremendous how good that show.
Yeah.
Did he just?
But that's
Did
my
he
favorite
just
part
say
about Lorcana.
30-year-old
I'm
show?
Constantly. I just watched Treasure Planet after set 3 came out because all the cards
You said 30-year-old.
into the Inklings,
Yeah.
and I was like, we've never
Oh,
seen
I'm
this, so
so
now
old.
I'm hyped to watch some Gargoyles. I've heard nothing but great things. So
30
yeah.
years.
It's good.
Oh,
Got me
that
excited.
hurt.
Even just the first 5 episodes. Even like you should watch it all, but even
my
just the first 5
goodness, it's been
episodes
30
that set up
years.
like the premise,
Oh my
like
goodness.
just that is like really good. But
Bangers.
yeah, it's good.
Okay, okay.
I
It's
haven't
like
watched them
15,
since I was
20
like a
maybe.
kid, so I
30.
barely
Oh,
remembered
no.
them. But the rewatch has been very enjoyable.
I definitely watched them after school.
Baker, you
All
wanna
right,
do the
next
flavor
time.
text?
Oh.
I'm going to hand this one to Brent. I'm going to let Brent
For
take
sure.
the
He
gargoyle.
hasn't
I think this
seen
is
it.
more-
He hasn't seen it.
Yeah, but I know Keith David. The plan only
Oh, but this one's
fails.
not Keith David.
Oh, never mind then. Well, I'll just do my typical gargoyle voice.
You can hear it. It's in your head.
Plan only fails. A plan only fails when you don't learn from it. And my plans never fail. How'd I do, narrative team? Out of
Excellent.
1 to gargoyle. How did I do?
Yeah.
He's not a gargoyle.
If you're not a voice actor, you should be.
Yeah.
He is.
I am
Well,
actually.
you're not going to believe this, narrative team, but do I have as an interesting fact for you?
All right. Okay.
It's
this
Riker.
one.
They should have just told him it's
Yeah.
Riker. Yeah, it's
I
William
remember
Riker.
this one. We had
That's-
Be like,
trouble with
use
this
your
one.
William
This
Riker
is one of
voice.
the more serious
Yeah.
cards and characters that we deal with all the time. He's really very.
So this one, the
Tragic.
flavor on this one was fun. This is one of those cases where initially a lot of the stuff that we tried was like him like trying to help someone up and how would you help someone up and it
This
wasn't
not
going
bad.
anywhere. It just felt very flat. And so then it was
Yeah.
like, well, what if he's giving it and like here hold this, I'll be right back. And then that turned into a whole thing. So sometimes when you've been looking at a thing for like 2 or 3 hours and then suddenly you get real punchy about it, you find the stuff that's really funny and strange, and that's when it works.
This is
The
just the
the
funniest
best-
card.
The best flavor text
Wait, when
is
the
like
sleeves play return.
when
I thought it
feel
returned
like
itself.
I saw
I thought it
this
was
in
like
one
the
of the
character
movies.
that went in Spanish returns
Like
your
this
hand.
just feels like this actually happened.
I don't know
Yep.
how I think about
The,
that.
the highest
yeah.
compliment I think I've ever gotten is when Disney's like, "That's from the movie, isn't it?" It's like, "No, it's original." And they're like, "Really?" It's like, "Yeah." "Oh, that's cool." It's like, "Yeah, it is cool. Thanks."
Yeah, and I think most of the people on the team have some character or other where they've got the voice so solid
Mhm.
in their head just from being a big fan or
Yep.
seeing things over and over again or just really enjoying that character that there's different people that we can go to and say, read
Yeah.
this. Does it sound, like
Yeah.
actually read it to us. Let's hear it and we can tell
Yep.
whether it feels right or not. But I really enjoy coming up with the version names
it's
that
cool
go
art,
with these sorts
but,
of things. Just sort of they can either tip you off or
Yep.
just be just kind of, for these kinds of characters, or can it just be kind of fun?
Yeah. Who wants
Yeah.
to read this one?
I just want to say everything about this card is really funny. I didn't even notice the name of the card Helping Hand until after you said
Helping
that.
Hand is pretty funny.
The foreground and the background being the most terrifying thing, but Olaf's big old smiling face is going, hey!
Yeah, that's what struck me first. When it first popped up, I was like, oh, this looks really dark and edgy, and like, oh, there's Olaf's just smiling face. So I do like that contrast. It is very cool. Brent,
Yeah, it's like-
I have a terrible Olaf, so if you've got a good Olaf in you, then you cook this one as well, brother.
I got a terrible one too, but let's do it. Let's go.
Do it, brother. I want to hear you cook.
Here! Hold this while I get help! Try not to go anywhere!
Brilliant.
Love it.
Oh, that's great. That's
Love
great.
it. It's the personality, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
the personality.
Yeah.
Fun.
Also, try not to go anywhere when you're stuck in a pit is fantastic.
I, I think what you guys called out too is something we talked about with the creative team last week. Is like, yes, this set has a lot of things that are like a little bit scary or not so scary, right? But like these kinds of moments where something's cutting through the darkness, I think
Yeah.
really helps it still feel like Lorcana.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely
just
agree.
like a good
Yeah.
movie or book. Yeah. You have the comedic
Yeah, everything
moments
needs
to help.
comedy relief. Yeah.
Yeah.
Helps clear the tension a little bit.
Oh, so here's our shift Baloo.
Baloo, eh? Wait, do we need a shift Baloo?
Baker, you
Is
gotta
it
have a good
cost?
Baloo.
We wanted a 1-drop, right?
It is deeper, so it's closer to my
It's a big
register.
butt.
Look for the
Big willpower.
bare necessity.
Hey!
Yes, I'm there.
Oh, all right.
Good shift.
I'll tell you, for a spooky forest, this place is all right. Plenty of berries, lots of trees for back scratching. A bear could do a lot worse. There you go.
There you go.
Bill Harris in the house.
There you go.
Fantastic. Well done. Yeah, no, it's vanilla. Vanilla cards are always fun because it gives us a lot of space to show off and try to hit things in voice. And so it's always fun to get those ones. I just, yeah. And like I said, Phil Harris is a great voice actor. It's really fun to listen to him talk over and over again so you get the voice down right.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you can do it with so
That's
many
my
different
typing
properties.
Yeah.
But this is
My
kind of
nice mechanical keyboard right here.
related to
Right
like
by
the
the
Olaf
microphone.
one, but more neutral. You know, you've got other characters who, no matter how spooky something is, you know, they're gonna be who they are.
Yeah.
You know, so you might see him in a situation where there's more tension, but
Yeah.
you know, at some point you just gotta chill and enjoy your berries.
Yeah. Get a back scratch in. It's all good.
Doorway in
gave up.
the background is certainly grabbing my attention, though, I will say. Oh.
Oh,
This one is a good example, I thought, of like
This character
sometimes
enters
there's flavor text
exerted,
that's not
and
actually the like traditional flavor
this
text. Like
is
you're able to fit
it's a
in
card.
the
It's not
feeling of the
terrible.
character in the ability names.
It's a big body for
Um,
coming into exerted. Like
in with that in mind, I'm gonna say Brent needs to do this.
it's just
Can
a
you
support,
read
though,
the
kind
card
of. It's like
text
weaker
as
support.
Flash?
you got it. We'll see how
Wait,
much
how
time we
much
got left.
Oh,
Same page. Same page. All right. Hold your horses. This character enters play exerted.
See how long this ad takes as long as he does to read the thing.
All right, I'm not gonna go.
You're good. You're good.
I forgot
Nope.
that his name was Flash. That's too funny.
Yeah.
Version on that one.
Record specialist.
Yeah. Okay.
Using
So
a
he's
little
in the abandoned
princess,
laboratory, isn't he? Is that where?
like
Yeah.
umbrella as a top.
Yeah.
That's the window behind him.
Uh huh.
Yep.
Okay.
Inventorying the stuff they found, I'm guessing.
And on the wall behind them, they got like the wall where you put the clues and you start drawing lines in between the.
Way over to the
Over
left.
to the left.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, is
So
this
lots of
the
clues
same,
in this
the
one
same,
as well.
same one that shows up on the back of the
lore cards.
lore cards?
It's inspired
Or the
by
same
this.
kind of
Yeah,
thing?
Yeah, same kind of thing.
So yeah, kudos to the art team. I can't shout them out enough. Like the art on this set is absolutely gorgeous. Like every single piece is just well beyond like when we were originally talking about this set.
is
And I was
he
like,
holding?
my two things I
Is that
love
a
are
piece of
noir
paper?
and spooky stories. And it's like we should do both of those things in one set because you know
So weird.
I want to be in
looking.
charge of the set at the time. And they're like,
Rest
yeah,
of
we
the
can
art
do
on
that, I
that was really
guess.
slick.
And then like the art
I
team
like
just
it.
knocked it out of the park. That was amazing how much they did that.
And I think out of all the sets up till this point, I think this is probably the set where the narrative, the card design and the art really just come together into this beautiful, a theme that just, or a package that just nails the theme of paranormal mystery and ghost stories and everything. It's just, I love how it all came
This
together.
card's secondary abilities. So
What I appreciate is you even
Like,
just
support
saying, yeah, that's the
exists, and
window
this is
right
the worst
behind him, which
support.
means that you had to communicate to the art team. Like there are threads and like levels of thoughtfulness throughout, like woven throughout, that I just really think is awesome. That's crazy that you recognize the window. Of course, he's down there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it is really cool to see, and just and the amount of effort that went in on the art side of figuring out like what these spaces look like, and so you're looking at the laboratory versus the caverns versus the ruins versus the forest versus whatever else you have, the spires, and all those things looking different, and how much they were able to communicate that in the backgrounds of cards and just the light sources they've used and all that. It's amazing. Like I could talk about the art in this forever. Like it's so beautiful.
Yeah, just the tie between you and the artist. I mean, how wonderful.
Yeah, it was a daily conversation while we were in development. It was a daily conversation with the art team, the design team, just to make sure that all the details were just right.
This last one isn't. I mean, there is flavor text involved, but this was more putting in for.
Be prepared. Come on,
You know,
be
for Chris,
prepared.
You guys can both kind of can tackle this one, or I guess two.
Ta-da!
Or rewrite
think
history. So they
who's playing it?
reprinted it. That's just a functional
Oh, Chris
upgrade
has a
of
policy
a
that
rare.
he's not
I do not
saying.
sing. I do not sing. No.
Or rewrite history.
Should I just handle that one and then you can do the other one, Brent?
Yeah, you kick it off, and then we'll come back for the end part.
All right. Should we just go from the chorus? Because it's a long verse, right? All right. DuckTales, ooh. Every day they're out here making DuckTales, ooh. Tales of daring, do bad and good DuckTales, ooh, dude. There you go.
You were just gonna sing "Might Solve a Mystery."
I thought he was gonna sing the names of the.
It's on the flavor text of Rewrite History, so I just attached to that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I thought he was.
We had different ideas, Brent.
You had the better idea. That was so good.
So good.
Yeah, we're really excited about these, actually.
Yeah, like the fact that we got to have both these in there and have them tied together so much. Just like when we knew we were having DuckTales in this set, and it was a chance to actually fit those two lines in. It was like, oh yeah, no, we have to do that. Like, that's not even a question anymore.
Holy crap,
like,
that would have been so good in set one.
We're doing that.
Well, and it's such a perfect alignment
I don't know if it's
with
good
the
enough
property
right now.
and the theme. You know, all the chances, like you were talking about the use of light. There's the little mystery board again.
And I love how the mechanic just
Blue song's very
lines
good.
up with
Might
what's
Solve a
on the
Mystery
card,
is very
the text
good.
on the card.
Yep.
Like, return a character card from your discard to your hand. That's like you're literally rewriting history of what happened there.
Sing it
It's
with
just- it's really
Scrooge,
fun.
grab a Scrooge and a popsicle.
Also, I'm happy this set featured quite a bit, and I adore Wendy. She is fantastic in that show.
Grab a Scrooge.
Like, Kate Micucci
and
does a fantastic job of
the new
voicing that character.
version.
Like, she's
I
so
mean,
much
I
fun.
think it'll be good for core as well.
Do we know?
Knowing how much we love Webby, there is a card reveal here that's really just for fun and not so much about narrative. A lot of people have been asking, the first time around, Webby didn't really get done justice, and Chris and I had a conversation during the starting of planning of this set that we love Webby, and she wasn't really done justice the first time around. So now there's
Ward. An Emerald Ward character, it's going to be busted.
Yep.
Whenever this character quests, if an opponent has more cards in their inkwell than you may put the top
she
card in their
literally-
inkwell. Oh, come on! It's not that good.
Where
but
she
it's
literally
ramp,
comes to the
It's a
forefront.
legendary.
Yep.
Wow.
Love it.
So gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Is that Scrooge in the
It's
background?
pretty good.
Yeah, I was about to say,
it's
who's that in
pretty
the back?
entertaining if they ramp on two
I
and
wonder.
shift this on two.
And there's a one drop Webby already revealed for this set. A 1-drop 1/2 who on play gives a character +1 strength. So we can do this on 2. Let's go. We're cooking. No, not that doing it on 2 is great because of the ability. Oh, yo, this is a good card.
No, you're on the draw, and they play
it's fantastic.
ramp on 2.
I love that character so
Then
much.
you
She's
can
so much
shift
fun.
and
She's
quest
probably my
with
favorite
this,
character from that show.
and you probably get to do it twice. So you shift, you do this, you equalize ink.
That's
They
it?
ink to 4.
Yeah, that's an ink
you
caster in the
quest,
back too,
you
right?
get
On the
ink,
right?
Then you ink again. So if
Yeah.
you shift it on
Well,
2 and
like-
they ramp, you do get 2 ink out
How'd
of
that
it. And
get
that's
there?
like not
Let me
bad.
refresh my memory.
Like, this isn't that bad of a card, honestly.
Yeah, sure.
And you could just stop
Yeah.
inking.
And is that
And just activate
Scrooge
this
in
every
the
turn.
background? And is this the alternate POV? We had a Scrooge revealed a few days ago, an amber one.
So like Dogs is already
who-
skipping.
When you
so
play
it's
a character
possible,
with boost,
like,
you
and
can
they're already
immediately put
running
the top card of your deck under it.
Some pumps.
Is
too,
this the
so
alternate
it's very
POV of that
possible.
card? Because that's the vibes I'm getting. Can you confirm? Can you confirm or
Because
deny?
this gains you 2 lore while you do it.
Hold, please.
I'm sorry, what's the other card?
Oh, please, fair.
Hang on, I'll find it.
There's a Scrooge that was revealed to be coming out in this set. He's in amber.
Amber Scrooge.
It is.
Is that the boost Scrooge?
Oh, yeah.
I
It's the
would
booster
say.
Is that meant to be him?
There's
Yeah,
there's
I
a
would
good chance.
I would assume so. Yes. Yeah.
Excuse me.
I think that fits absolutely. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's still the same in the background.
Oh, yeah,
Right
yeah.
there,
Same
so-
stuff, same
yeah,
items.
stuff.
Yep.
Let's go.
Just had to do
Kitty.
some double checking on a couple
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah, no, I think
I
that's
guess
it.
Sure.
And that's
That's fair.
again a cool thing with the art team that they can find ways to tie the 2 cards together that way. Like, again, kudos to them for making that fit. Like, it's really cool how they do that. Oh, that the Webby card there too in the chat.
Love it.
Zooming in on Scrooge there.
I mean,
No, that's something else.
That's not
Oh,
it.
that's
That's
not
a
it?
shadow.
Oh, different one.
We've
Okay.
got a dedicated community who will do all the research to draw as much information as we possibly can.
See. There's theories on it. Yeah, no, I think again, kudos to the community. Like, I really do love the support you all are giving our story here. It's really cool to see all the theories and see the people seeing the clues and picking up what we're putting down, and sometimes not picking up what we're putting down if they miss certain things that are hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is kind of cool too. But it's really fun I love the enthusiasm of everyone with this product. That, like, it's really cool to see. We feel very appreciated. Like, it's really cool.
Very much. Yeah, I think there was a lot of, not that we don't put ourselves into every set, but with this one, you have all of the different pieces that they're putting together, and then it gradually becomes a picture, and everything that we really identified with the Glimmers and the Illumineers experience as we're putting this one together, because we really want to give you guys that same POV and that same experience of being able to take all the pieces and put them together in interesting ways, and get to see a little bit more of the story from different POVs.
Yeah.
So we do have a few minutes left. Is there anything else that you guys want to ask of the narrative team while we're
I've
here?
got a
I
question.
definitely
I'm
have
burning
something,
to
but
ask.
I want, Brent, you start because I think I know what you're going to ask, and it's everyone wants to know, so I will follow up after Brent.
Okay, so we've had our big bads, right? We've had Ursula as the big bad, right? We've had Jafar as the big bad, and I think the question on everybody's mind is, who are we setting
Demona.
up to be the big bad of this?
Demona.
We'll call it a season of Lorcana, and I'm wondering, confirm, deny, or no comment. Is the fact that we're getting Hades as an iconic perhaps a clue for our Lorcana detectives that maybe he might be brewing up some mischief in the background for the next few sets?
So what I can say, I've given this some thought, and what I will say is large. I confirm, deny, or can't say. All I'll say is that's a Bruno question. We don't talk about Bruno. I can't give you the full specifics on that. What I will say is that there are clues in this set to the big bad for the
I
next
hope
few.
Bruno is
Like,
actually
there are
the
clues
villain.
in this set. That's the best I can give you.
Okay, because a lot of people were like, "Ooh, Hades out of nowhere, iconic," and it got my brain going. I wonder if there's more here. Fair answer.
Specifically layered in clues in this set as to the big bad.
Oh yeah. Always planting those seeds. Yep.
Foreshadowing.
And that kind of leads nicely into what I want to ask, which is very similarly themed in concerning big bads, but going a slightly different direction. So yeah, like, again, Hades is, I think, a strong contender for the community as a prediction for who might be our big bad. You've mentioned there are clues, but Hades was kind of teased last season. There was a sapphire card of him which specifically referenced about waiting for his time while Ursula was doing her thing and Jafar. So it's kind of been teased for quite a while now. So if those were the seeds that were leading to this quarter and then it being this set, love that. Maybe it won't. It's a Bruno question. Totally respect that. But there is another character who I foresee being
Jafar?
a big bad,
What? No.
if not this quarter, then potentially in the future, who I think we are seeing the seeds laid for right now. And the cards that I will mention to allure to this were, we got a teaser for Turning Red, which is coming in the future. There was a official piece of art. And in this art, the thing that caught my eye straight away were very thick, thorny brambles. very much reminded me of the thorns and brambles that were made by Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty when the dragon was facing Prince Philip. Furthermore, there was a card revealed called Next Stop Olympus, which is coming out in set 10. It's a ruby action. It's got Hercules in it, chopping through these thick, black, thorny herbs, shall we say. I don't know what the actual word is, but you get my point. And then there was another card that was revealed this set, which I've closed the tab. But basically, there have been three different cards that I've seen so far. Oh, it was the Dragon's Fire one. There you go, the reprint of Dragon's Fire, obviously showing Maleficent in the background on the rock, but with a lot of emphasis on the thorny stuff that's on the floor. So that's made me think, okay, Maleficent, in my head, is being teased a little bit here. Is this something that we're going to potentially see after this quarter from sets like 13 and onwards? Comments?
Also, in this art, I just want to point out it's in this artwork too.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There too. So the seeds are there. So yeah, I would after all that, I would ask comments.
That is a fantastic bit of clue putting together and theorizing. It's very interesting.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Like, honestly,
Yeah, it's a real thorny problem.
it is. It is. Extremely funny. You've done a fantastic effort of getting to the root of the issue.
What a prickly answer.
But no, beyond that, like, can't say, we can again neither confirm nor deny that Maleficent is involved in any way, shape, or form. All I will tell you is that there are clues in this set that lead to the big bad. When you get to that point, you can look back at 10 and go, "Oh, that they were setting that up," and that's the best I can say. But I do, like I said, I mean, I
That's
plan
enough for me.
when we're doing this story, we're playing the flavor text on the cards, like the Hades thing, for example, like that. That is something that was, in set 4. Wow. In set 4, we set that up, and it was one of those things that was just like, that would be a really cool thing to set up for the future. And then, we will get to that when we get to it. I like to set things up and then pay them off just, as time goes by.
And I love that. And I thank you for it, because I love that.
Yeah, where it's like, 5 years down the line, oh, hey, that's a thread that someone pulls at. So yeah, I set a lot of stuff up well in advance in the flavor to see what we can do and pay it off, and to give the narrative team lots of things to put together to pull, so they can say, like, here's a list of all the things we've set up in the cards. What stories do you want to tell in this set? And then the narrative leads, like Nick and our other team members, will then go through and look at it and decide what, if there's something that they want to kind of poke at. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, it took us 2 years. We went 2 years between curator first reference and second reference, right? So that proof is in the pudding, right? Of laying those seeds very early.
And I've got one more question. One more question for you all, which is it's hard hitting. Hope you're ready. I know this set, Whispers in the Well, with all the detectives, we might solve a mystery, but is Whispers in the Well going to rewrite history?
It might. It just might. That was fantastic. Well done.
Very well. Very.
Thank you.
Look, every day we're out here making DuckTales. That's all I can say.
So, yep.
All right.
I'm fresh out of questions. Baker, you got anything?
I mean, just kind of as a round off, I suppose one thing I would ask is, obviously with Fabled, the narrative took
spoiler?
a bit of a break while we were doing, a lot of reprints. Obviously brought in some new cards for a Goofy movie, but that kind of to me read as just like all the Illumineers, rotations happening. They all just sat down and watched a Goofy movie for a set, which I think is a wonderful way to spend your time. But did that break in the narrative influence how you were going to come into this set? Was that a big factor, knowing that you were taking that 3-month space without really contributing to the larger narrative. Did that affect the way that you approached Whispers in the Well and like how hard hitting it needed to be?
I mean, I would say, you don't want to have like big things happening every single set because that just kind of gets tiring.
Sure.
So yeah, we
Yeah,
had just
agreed.
defeated Ursula, then we just defeated Jafar, and you know what? Our Illumineers just need to go back to the Illuminary and watch a dang concert.
Yeah,
They're gonna go to a concert now.
Similarly to set 5, where you had that kind of a break after fighting Ursula, and then we started the story, but it was like 5 by itself was very kind of light. I think the same thing like Nick said, you got to have the story rhythms, you got to have big things and then little things just to kind of have a breather and to kind of, because if everything's, to steal a line from The Incredibles, if everything is like a big deal, then nothing's a big deal. Like you've got to make sure that you're spacing things out a bit and giving things to breathe.
And like even in those low stakes settings, like right now, this is pretty low stakes. Set 5, the Shimmering Skies, pretty low stakes. You still had shenanigans going on in the background. You still had things happening that were setting the stage for the bigger things that were
tomfoolery and hullabaloo.
Shenanigans.
Yep. Goings on.
Oh, so
many goings on.
So I think we can wrap it up here. Just to remind everyone, Whispers in the Well pre-release is November 7th, with the wide release the week after, November 14th. Baker, where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter at Lorcana Villain or on YouTube at Lorcana Villain, and on your TV screens if you're watching the live stream of DLC Milwaukee this weekend, which I am so incredibly excited for. Obviously, it was Worlds was amazing. I also got to go to a third-party event in Baltimore a couple of months back, but this will be like my first American DLC, like 2,000 plus people. So I'm super buzzing to go, and yeah, it's going to be very, very exciting. So yeah, that's me.
Brent?
You can find me at Brent's Quest on YouTube or everywhere else at Brent Mukai, BRENTMUKAI.
He has such a good voice.
Fabulous.
Like, he was
Thank
a very
you
good
guys
announcer
for
voice
joining.
right there.
Thanks to the narrative team. Anything you guys want to say before we go?
Thank you, everyone. Like, honestly, again, thank you to the fans. Like, we really do appreciate how much you love our story that we're telling. Thank you guys for coming in and talking with us, having great questions. Like, honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure talking with you today.
Yeah, I'll just echo that. Thank you very much. I follow the chat here and I just see all those comments and it's just how into the story everyone is. And it's just, I admit I don't follow Discord all the time and Chris tells me about it, but like I log in now and I see all the questions like, oh, that's right. People love this. And it's so heartening to see your comments, hear everything. So thank you very much.
Yeah. The amount of lift and energy that we get from just you guys' engagement with the cards and with the story and everything really can't be overstated. It's really fun. It's fabulous, and it helps us go and do even more.
This is like not a
keep
bad
it up.
card.
Keep the questions coming.
Rochelle, can I ask one really quick question off the back of that? I really wanted to ask and I didn't get in. I'll be super, super quick.
Last one.
Last one.
Last one, I promise. I want to give a shout out to a creator called Garrick's Lorcana Lair, who has made 2 large, beautiful documentaries completely about the story of Lorcana. I promised myself I would shout him out live in front of you guys, and just to ask you very simply, like, how does it feel knowing that like all these layers of detail that you're putting in are being appreciated on that level by someone who's then spending, like, from what I understand, hours and hours of their life like making it all compact and drawing detail from all these little places. I just really wanted to shout him out because like, I think he's done great work to help bring the narrative to as many people as possible in as many mediums as possible. So yeah, I'd just like to ask your reaction to that. Like, how does that feel to know?
He does fantastic work, but yeah,
I have no idea whose card
it's
this
incredibly
was.
humbling that people put that much effort into things like this. Like, it's, when it's going rough, when it's at a rough day, and there are times working in this game where things get rough, it's nice to know that you have people appreciate work to that degree, like legitimately. I mean, in general, that people appreciate, but when you have especially videos like Garrick makes, yeah, it's super impressive.
Amen. Hear, hear.
Yeah, it's very much like, finding your community, as a geek, when you find other people who think, we're doing this because we love it and
Draw
because
4
we
cards.
love these characters and, shaping these stories and
shift
everything.
7.
And at every stage,
Draw 4 cards is cute, but shift
from the
7's
very
a pain in the
beginning of
butt.
concepting all the way through these details.
And
Yeah, that you're seeing in the art and in the way that things match up with the flavor text and all of it. There are these details that people put in, and we don't expect that that people are going to see every single thing that's in there, right? That's not really always the purpose. Sometimes it's just because we feel like it makes it better. Right. So it's just super cool to have other people getting into it and seeing all of the extra care that's put in. Just fabulous.
Great. Thanks, Rochelle. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
No,
Thank you again, everybody, for joining. We are going to have one last Whispers in the Well main stage on Wednesday with the game design team, so be sure to join then. And keep enjoying the preview for Whispers in the Well. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was fun. Am I stuck in the main stage? No. Okay. Well, there's some interesting cards there. Let's see here. Spoilers. So we had this. We had the Webbies. This Scrooge was someone else. This is probably Pain 7's a lot. Horse Mayor. I mean, another 2 cost 3/3 quest for 1. Everyone's like, oh, the new Diablo, and it's like everyone's playing Hook and Rafiki. Like, who cares? I think this card is good. I think this card could make Emerald Amethyst burn an archetype. Maybe. The thing is, this is really good if there's like B preps, right? But without B preps, maybe it's too slow. Like if they go 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, it might just be faster than whatever you're doing. When you play this character, you may put the top card of your deck face down under one of your characters or locations with boost. I was a little like mid on this when I first saw it, but I guess the fact that it can let you activate your boost ability more than once a turn probably makes it fine. Because I'm like, oh, like, who cares about this, right? Like, you just pay the boost. You don't need a card. It's like, ooh, Simba's like 1 more. But this does give you that second a bit, like, it lets you do it again. To trigger something. Like, obviously not as good with Flynn. But, I mean, you could curve it with Flynn, too. It's like, okay, well, I'm getting a 2/2 to boot. Which is relevant-ish. But really, it's when you want to, like, activate a boost that says only activate this once a turn. This character is mid-ish. But who knows, maybe having a gigantic willpower is, like, enough. Just too big. Too expensive. Doesn't matter. We've got 10 versions of this, and I think I would rather have the Jafar version or the Cruella version than Alert. think it's maybe too slow, but it's hard to say. Challenging with it and then bouncing your dock is like not bad. It is a May ability. I'd play it. I'd try it to see if I liked it. It could be really good. We need some really good songs to make me want to use this as a shift target. I don't like this card. I do think that the Scrooge is not bad, though. Like, sure, they could use removal on it, or the new Xanatos. Like, but this is the type of card that if Xanatos sees play, this does not see play. And we did talk about this. So if we've got a Webby 1-drop already, which I will now search for. It's an interesting card. But I think it's way too slow. A reverse Rhino. Like, this card's not a bad shift target. It's not insane on turn 1, but you get a quest for 2 with a warded threat that most of their challengers can't answer. I mean, they'd have to go like turn 1, Basil, turn 2, Tipo, and that's still not enough, right? So it'd be like Basil, turn 2, Sail, Basil, and then quest, pump, challenge. So if they have Sail and double 1-drop, they can take out your Webby, and you only get 1 ramp out of it. But it's probably worth it. You also get 2 ink or 2 lore. Gets under the seed though. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. You're gonna have to find the song. Do I have the DuckTales theme song? I feel like I do. Alright, let's turn it up. Duckburg. It's a duck blur. Street. Haha, that's the name of the thing! They did the thing! They said the name of the song! Oh my goodness! Woohoo! Maybe. If you have a cheap boost, or one that foolishly isn't worded once a turn, even though I think they all are. I mean, you could maybe do something. Draw a couple cards. Like, boost with your Flynn every turn. Like, 2 or 3 turns in a row, then bounce it to your hand to draw 3. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe. It is a way to take advantage of it. Woohoo! Danger. That should be a name of a card. Danger. Woohoo! This chat I'm in has 250 missed things. Alright. I do love me this card, though. This 5-drop Magicka Dispel. Like, it would be cool if that was, like, usable. Woohoo! I just like the card. It's just a little slow, but it's so good. It's so good. I mean, maybe not in constructed because there's so many evasives, but dang was she good in limited. And you can't ramp with it, this one, right? And I feel like if you want to play that big payoff card, you need to ramp. Befuddle. Maya Wind Dancer. I mean, the artist cooked. It's an hilarious art. It's the role of a lifetime, and I'll take every bit of his considerable charm and fabulous mane to get it right. I can probably turn the music back down. Yeah. This card is already been a worse card. Like, there was an uninkable version of this in set 1. And there was already a 2-cost version of this that returned dock to your hand. And we kind of tried to play it, but there just wasn't enough good cards to get back. And oddly, like, this would have been better than that in that deck, because we also were playing Aerial then. But now we're not even playing Aerial, and that's why we ran it. Like, if we had Aerial, I think this rewrite history would see play as a 1 or 2 of, because with Aerial, you want an abundance of songs. And this is like a good song to grab off of Aerial, or replaces itself, lets you replay Aerials. So that's fine, and it's inkable. Where without Aerial, it's much worse. Horse gonna eat an elephant? I guess it is a 4-cost. But, I mean, if 4 costs 5/5 quests for 2s have you down, do I got a mare for you? Was that a horse pun? Ariel being able to grab it and grab a different Ariel back to dig way down would have been nuts, yeah. I want more cards. Give me more cards. Give me more cards. More spoilies. More spoilies. When's the next spoiler come out? Oh, I don't remember seeing this. I missed some cards that came out, I guess, at some point. Like a day or so ago. Let's see, chosen opposing character gets minus... I mean, it's not bad, honestly. Like, if we had board wipes, like, B-Prep and this would be best friends, right? You get a couple of these in play and you shrink their characters, force them to overcommit into your Be Prepared. Whenever you play another detective, this character gains +1 resist till the start of your next turn. It's a weird Keyblade he's got. Lena Sabowing. When you play this character, if you have a character or location and play with the card under the gain 1 lore. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. A 3/3 quest for 2 that gains lore and it comes into play. That's not bad. While you have a character here, this location gets +1 lore for each other location you have in play. While you have a character here, you may pay 1 less to play locations. Maybe. Unlikely, but maybe. You don't like the pacing of reveals. Yeah, I know they should give them all of it. Give them all of them to us now. Senior, Junior, Woodchuck. Wait. What are the scouts from Emperor's New Groove called? Squirrel Scouts or something? I hope they're called woodchucks, because that would just be the coolest, like, thing ever. Alright, I need to potty, so I'm going to just do an ad to get it out of the way right now and go potty, and then we'll come back and do something. So what are we gonna do now? Got maybe half an hour. What's your favorite spoiled card so far, chat? What are you doing? The steel card that makes him discard 2 cards? That's a steel card or that's an emerald card? Which steel card? What's its name? I know there's like a 6... Oh, discard 2 cards. Oh, the gargoyle. Goliath. Yeah, I like Goliath. I do like him quite a bit. Wow, that's more voice acting than all the Pokemon games had so far.
By all means. May I be of furtherance and come back any time?
Come back anytime. Alright, so Lizard Kitty, JDV, JDZ, Brohamington Griffin, and Ramza have survived, but we've lost every other character. We'll do a fight, and we'll have the computer fight while we continue to talk. I think we might solve a mystery though. Like, it's very much like what is that card? I'll find a way or whatever. It's just not ramp. This is Final Fantasy Tactics. But we're gonna do something. Just gonna wait. Without the ramp, though, it's weird. Like, we still have the 2-cost ramps, and then some items, it's like, do we go into blue steel? Like, do we have that capability to? You know, I'm just gonna have the computer do it. The new horse is just, it only costs for 1 though, right? Like, that's its issue. Like, it needs to quest for a lot more. Evaded? Bruh.
Nothing can stop me.
I'll take it. Alright. Yeah, and use heal. We're just gonna get this auto battle going. So we get, we might still be missing too many items though, like to really use Tamatoa. Like, we get one bad popsicle and 1 bad damage. Is that enough? I guess the resist steel item is still in the format, but that's maybe okay as a one of, but without Flaversham. Bruh. Then it roars in victory.
Be strong. Much appreciated.
Protect yourself. Nope, that made him a coward. The best way to protect him is to just run out there and attack. We don't need to heal that other character. No, 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 no. We just need to run up there and attack. Let's just throw a rock at him. Still not enough to take it down. I'm gonna die on the counterattack back. I don't know if the AI is gonna make it through this fight. I gave them bad auto battles. It's like you're only able to deal 2 damage and then 3 damage, so you could like kind of combo them together on turn like 4 or 5. And your opponent's just been playing like character. I guess I will res another character. Why are you attacking, JD? Z? Why are you attacking instead of healing yourself? Let's throw another rock. Feel like I'm gonna have to take them off of auto battle. JDV's like, oh yeah, I'm still in this fight. Why are you running away? He's gonna escape. No, don't run away.
Here we go. Leave it to me. Don't give up.
I guess I should have just thrown it, but...
All in a day's work.
Just throwing rocks. I still don't know what I want to play at the DLC. JD, nice.
My turn.
It's Final Fantasy Tactics.
My turn, is it?
My turn, is it? Oh, we're out of Phoenix Downs, huh? I guess I should have healed her. I wasn't paying attention to her health bar. Then he would have just killed this other character, though. There is not ICL tomorrow. The ICL is taking a week off because it's the DLC weekend, and we'll be back next week.
It's time. You can't die here.
You can't die here.
The fruit of my labors. I feel stronger.
Might as well heal.
You'll be alright.
So if you were to play in the DLC this weekend, what would you play?
I've come a long way.
Right. Be strong.
Doggos. You know what I'm playing at the DLC. Gonna break it with Ruby Steel, huh, Snakey? Oh, I wanted to take the ability. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sort all of my cards tonight and then put together a few decks and then pack everything up so I can build whatever I need to. Probably gonna decide what I'm gonna play on the car ride and and just like chat about it. I need to just jam some games with a few decks that are open choices. There's definitely weaknesses to this strategy, but especially since this meta feels more about just getting the right matchups and then playing well. So like sticking with one deck and just playing it a whole bunch has its benefits. Oh, this guy also has Phoenix Down.
Not the end I choose.
I'm ready.
It was worth the effort.
Bro Griffin. Yeah, I do love this game.
Welcome. Or catch your eye.
What catch your eye?
May I be of further after all in particular? Are you happy? Thank you, then. Would happy don't be a...
Alright, we got this. I wonder if this is like one of those first fights that we just get ganked on. This might be the first hard one, right? I think it is. Alright. Our units aren't good enough for this fight, I don't think.
All right.
Well, I guess we're in JDV's level 4. Lizard Kitty is level 2, so I think we're gonna have to go with the level 4.
I said,
Do not speak false to me. I know what you've done. Where is Gustav? I will have it from you one way or another.
I don't know.
What of the Marquis?
I like how it's not showing his actual face here. It's like keeping it hidden. I feel like the old version showed who it was.
I will not ask again. Where are they?
The desert. They're in it.
The Sanrat Siege.
Hold.
On my old TV, I thought that was a beard. I still can't tell if that's like just something on his chest or if he just has like a big square beard. It's got to be his shirt. But it's just funny. On my old TV, I thought it was his beard for sure.
Have I not seen that man before?
You have.
You know him, Delita?
I have seen his face, I'm sure of it. It was at Egros, just after the war.
You'll pardon me my misgivings, but this has not the look of any joyous reunion. To arms.
To arms!
I've just remembered. That man, he commanded the dead men during the war. A company of volunteers assembled from...
You don't mess with him.
Aye. The commander of the Corpse Brigade.
Yep. Run up there after the lone archer. I just remember that these wizards are gonna mess us up, chat. Like, we're gonna get messed up by these wizards.
Now then.
So do I take the last shot on Argath, or do I let I think I'm gonna let the computer take him out. But I can't really move forward. I don't have any good abilities. We're in a rough spot. You know what? Feels good to do that. It really does.
I'm ready.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me. They're all gonna say leave it to me.
What to do?
I can get so close to that wizard, but so far away.
What's my next move?
Make you cast magic on your own warrior. Oh, that's a big chunk.
My turn.
I'm setting him up for a really good wizard attack. But
I'm in your debt.
if we can take that wizard down really quickly, I think we might be in an alright spot. I mean, if they continue not to attack, are we on easy or something? We're on hard even. Oh, there's the fire.
My turn, is it?
Alright, I can... Oh no. How about you cast fire on yourself? Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright, that was kind of scary. We only have one person with Phoenix down left. It's our knight. But, you know, Wizard took himself out. You're gonna... You have 30 health. I feel like I want you to heal yourself, but that said... Can you throw items that high? Will not hit target. We just have to hope that one of these archers doesn't have items as a secondary ability. Come on, Delita. Finish him off!
I'll not be outdone.
No! This is such a fast fire. Holy crap.
What do I do now?
And the dude moved, so I can't get right next to heal. Or to res. But you cannot live another turn.
Nothing can stop me.
Maybe I should have potioned the knight, but we'll see. I think we got this. I'm pretty sure we've got this.
I'll grow stronger yet. Bloody hell.
Bloody hell. Dude, Bro Griff has just been like MVP. He's gonna like use the Phoenix down, it's gonna miss.
You ain't dying here. I needed that. I'm in your debt. Right.
No one left behind.
What's my next move?
I can't believe we won this fight. We even took down Argus with our first move.
Not now.
Right then.
This is far from over.
Ooh, got a free ability.
My turn.
My character's just running around drinking potions. Arrows sticking out of him.
I'll not be defeated. Leave it to me. Let me help. Ready.
Delito over here just like taking down two of them on his own.
Now I'll show you. Right.
Yeah, I want those abilities. That's why I didn't take out that archer.
What's my next move? I'm overmatched. No turning back. My turn. Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Death or glory. Damn it.
Punches him and gets a full heal. Nope. One away. That jerk. Oh, just finish it, Delita.
No substitute for experience.
That's just way quicker than doing the auto battle.
Right. Leave it to me. It's now or never. My time is now. Me then.
So carry it up and finish him.
Down with you.
Victory!
We know you're of the brigade. There's no use hiding it. Out with it. What have you done with them? You were with your commander, Weegraf, when we came upon you. 'Twould seem he cast you off as a lizard would its tail. Where has he gone? Where is your den?
I hate Argath even more now that he has a voice.
Your tongue. Enough, Argath. Listen well. A great host, with the order at its van, prepares us you will die. You will be hunted down to the last and slaughtered like the swine you are. For such is brigandry's reward. But you are a lucky one. Tell us what we wish to know, and you may yet keep your bacon. So, where is Weegraf? How the bloody hell should I know? I'll not bear your ribald tongue, rogue. Learn to guard it if you'd not have it cut from your throat.
Ribble tongue rogue!
I am no rogue. Tell that to the men you've robbed. You nobles are all the same. You think every man born outside castle walls less than human. We fought for this kingdom at the peril of our very lives, yet the moment that the war was ended, you turned us out into the streets. What do you think makes you so special? Birth? Blood? What difference does it make? You kidnap men for ransom, then dare ask the difference between us? No. No, the Marquis's kidnapping was no plan of Weegraf's. What? He would never hold a man for ransom. Such a lowly act. It goes against all we believe in. Then who was it? Someone kidnapped the Marquis Elmdor de Linden.
Somebody. Your brother. We're just finishing up the stream, playing some tactics. It's a Monday. We went over all the spoilers. Your character is still alive, JDZ.
It was Gustav. Who is Gustav? Gustav Margaret, Lieutenant Commander of the Dead Men. So the Corpse Brigade was behind the kidnapping? No.
It was Antifa the whole time.
Finally, we have become it. To be treated as equals as the men of
The men we are.
The maggots know of honor. That's enough, Argath.
You seen why I killed off Argath at the start of that last fight? J Digital Z's making the waves.
Gustav and them? Aye, like as not. How can you be so certain?
Because we're not stupid like you are, Gav.
That's Burrow. It's home. Looking for aught in particular catch your eye.
Yeah, $2,000. I can buy nothing. I do need more potions. Yeah, 58 should be do well.
Will that be all? I await you.
We just go to the next fight.
I'll do what I can.
All right. We will triumph.
We got this.
Then you've heard about the Order. They mean to finish us this time. Aye, I've heard. So what's to become of us? I say we forget this business and run. There's naught for it. Agreed. If we follow Wheatgrass, he'll lead us only to our graves. Aye, that much is plain. God's willing, Gustav's ransom of the Marquis will fatten our purses enough that we can... The Order! They're here! We must silence this watch before they can raise the...
Let's get them. There's 2 choke points. We gotta block them. What are you doing there? That's the opposite of that. Coward. How is he the one? Yeah, throw that stone.
Right.
He's mine to kill. Probably. I probably should be. But I don't think playing on Pixelborn Connect's going to do that for me, sadly.
Got me to contend with. My turn.
I'm sharpening my mind for all the tactical plays. How rude. JDZ, way to level up. Oh, that's unfair.
It's time.
It's time.
Shield up. Uh-oh. I don't think we're gonna get this fight. We need a wizard. Yeah, I didn't even, like, try to level up our characters after that last fight. We probably could have changed one of them to a wizard. Bruh.
Only one thing for it.
Their knight versus my squire.
No turning back.
No turning back, and he runs in the doorway.
It was worth the effort.
Right.
Just to potion myself.
Easily read.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna finish with this fight because we're definitely gonna lose it. It's so easy to get through there.
Yes.
Alright. Job. What abilities does JDZ have? Ready to learn. So blind. How do I learn the abilities? I don't remember. Or learn abilities. Alright. Oh, I just was one click away. Got a lot of XP. Auto potion we want. Do we want heals or deeps? I think we want deeps for now.
Very good indeed.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've never used some of these.
I'm up to the task.
He just doesn't have equipment on? Is that why he was dying so quickly? Why didn't he have equipment on? Did they get broken in a fight? That's hilarious. Poor Lizard Kitty doesn't have the levels that the others do. But only one character survived like the first 3 fights. The first wave all perished. Alright, but it is that time where I have to go and do things such as pick my child up from school. Tomorrow we will play some Pixelborn though, after I get all my cards all sorted up and everything tonight. This last week of being in like constant mouth pain, I didn't really get anything done at all. My house is a mess, and I just did not do really anything. But that will get taken care of. Let's raid somebody. Oh, we got a German streamer. They're playing. Let's watch them. But I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out and going over the new cards. And then if you stayed to watch Tactics, thanks even more. Love that game. Alright, I will chat with you all tomorrow.